Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 42, as I always do before I play any games. Going to start at the 1 minute mark. I just looked at the time. It's late. Hello, Larson Say. It's late. I had an incredibly busy but productive day. Oh my god. Just pigged out because it was a stressful day. We're going to start in 9 seconds from now. And hopefully I get this on the first go. Here we go. White to move. Let's get ready to rumble. And we take this here. Looks like we have a mate in 2. And can I just walk right up here? This one's a little confusing though, because I guess I'm going to G3. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're going to pretend we didn't see that. Now, I actually did my homework and I did confirm what I was trying to say before. It is a dovetail. 100%. What am I doing here? At the end, I can take on D8. Seven. Should pick up the rook. Oh wait, I mean the knight. I'll be up 2 pawns. Should be good enough. 9 wins the queen. 10 gives a check. 10 is a check here, which puts us up a piece. 11. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. At 9, you started at 9:35. I know how that be. I know that all too well. It's hard sometimes. It is. I mean, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's really hard. It's kind of the luck of the draw. Sometimes the puzzles are just stupid. Okay, this is a mate in 3 threat. Mate in 3 threat. There's rook f2. Then I can take on g3. $17. I can take these wills, not necessarily self-protect. Like I go after this one, you know, I'll get the D pawn. Yeah, that should be good. 18. Dun 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 dun. I'll be up 2 pawns. $19. I have a check. And I have a mate. Bang, bang, boom. 20. I have a Chacarino. And I have a Chacarino. And I have a Meterino. 21. White. Check. If he goes to F4, looks like close to mate check. And where is the mate? Where's the mate? I mean, I think I want to go rook F7, king E3, king E4 rather. I think I don't have a mate, but I win his other rook. Then I have check. And then check here wins the rook. That's if he goes to F5. If he goes to H6, then you would think there's going to be a mate here. Okay, that was slightly underrated. So I'm down the exchange. Do I have this? It should pick up the knight. 23, we are black. Do I have, okay, well, let's look at the forcing move. So there's a check, rook B2. He has bishop B4 there. I can probably, oh no, I can't take the rook because he's on my rook. Maybe I can give a check and then take the rook. So check, check, and then I take the rook. And he's not forking me. And he's got nowhere else good to go, or legally to go. 24. White to move. Can I take on F7? If rook E takes F7, I have queen F8 mate. And if he takes rook 8 F7, I don't see what I have. Okay, how about rook E4? That should be good. So we play it and we take it. 25, white to move. Do I have a check? If he comes here, it's mate. And if he takes, then it's going to transpose into that. 26. I think I get diagonal opposition here. Yeah, if he goes H5, then opposition doesn't matter anymore. So this should be good. 27, black to move. Can I just stay on his pawn? Then he has to give me one. And A5 would be stalemate. So let's not do that. Yeah, that's not looking so great then. Okay, well then maybe I go king c4, and then I'm getting a pawn. That's actually going to be mate. 28. Can I just take the rook? 29, black to move. I think I'm just taking the pawn. And we'll both promote, but I'm promoting with check. And I bring in the king now. 30. I have a check. And he has one move to play. And what do I do there? Check, king g5. So if I go f4, he has 3 legal moves. If he goes to h4, then I can take on h7. And he has to go king g3, and then I have check here. Technically, he can take on f4 there. But I mean, that's got to be good, though, without fully calculating it, right? I already forgot what I was looking at here. I think h4. Yeah, check. Yeah, he goes king g3. Check. Takes. And check. Yeah, I mean, I'm not calculating at all, but yeah, f4. That's if he goes to h4. If he goes to g5, should be similar. Check. Actually, that's just mate there. And if he goes to h6, then that one is trickier, but I have knight g4, king g5. That one's trickier. So it's not, I mean, it's possible it's not queen f7. It's possible. I could look at knight g4. He has 2 moves. If he goes king f5. Okay, yeah, I was overthinking this. And it's just queen f. Okay, well, queen f7. There's king g5. I have f4 there. f4. It's still, this line is also tricky. King h4. Check comes in here. It's still looking good for me, but yeah, I mean, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. This is still looking good, and that's only one line. Hello, not that Ryan. Long time no see. Where have you been? Queen. Yeah, so let me look at this again, though, because this is fancy. So I was thinking f4, but it's tricky. Tis tricky. Tis tricky. There's h4 as well, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards f4 there, and then yeah, h4. As I say, it is tricky. Actually, I didn't consider queen f6. So check king g5, f4, queen h4, check here. Didn't consider that. Or I still might just go check king g3 and then check. I mean, there's got to be something. The problem is he does take on f4. That is a problem. But then again, I have a check here, and that will be winning the queen. I'm going to play queen f7. Okay, stupid. It just does the stupid response. That's so dumb. So unrated. Oh, crazy run. Yeah, predicted that. Yeah, because there's a lot to calculate there otherwise. You know, that should be like 1900 or something. Because I found that first idea within seconds. Oh boy, here comes Ryan. Here comes Ryan with the gifts. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate the support. So let's see who got the gifted memberships from Not That Ryan. There's Zwischenzug, No Name, Alex, and Channel, who is he's a fairly regular. Stay Inspired, who I haven't heard of, and Ron Pablo. So out of those players, I know Alex. The other ones I haven't. they're not regulars, but again, thank you for the gifted subs. Not that Ryan. Okay, continuing on rather. So materially, we have 2 pawns for a piece. 2 pawns. Oh, by the way, I think I should get a new. I'm going to beef that up. Not that Ryan, did you see my new intro animation? I should get one done for this. What you saw up there, because that's the stock animation. We should get a nice dizzy one. A nice dizzy one. Maybe I'll consider it. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so puzzles 31 or levels 31. So we're down a piece for 2 pawns, but we have this very lovely H6 pawn. Can I just push it? Push him, baby. What can black do to stop it? Bishop F6. I'm just taking. And I'm on his rook. And if he... I don't know what else he can do. That's the only realistic move. He could try to attack me, but I'm just going H7 here. And I will just take the bishop, because after he recaptures my bishop, I'm queening. And if he stops me from queening, oh, well, I don't even see how he does it. So we're just doing that, and we shall take the rook. You didn't see the new animation. Oh, you must have been really sick. I'll show you the animation now since you gave those memberships. Here it is. Get ready. How am I going to do this? I have to switch scenes. Give me a second. Okay. I'm going to take the rook. White to move. So I can take and then take on H5. I've infiltrated there, but he can get the diagonal opposition, but outflanking is going to supersede that here. Because I go King G. Yeah, and then I'm going to get access to the promised land of F5. 33, white to move. I am down a pawn. Yeah, we're getting fancy. Not that, Ryan. Okay, so I can take, I mean, this is risk-free because it's a check. I have a hard time not thinking that that's the best move. And then I can give a check, which forces me to simplify here. He does have these strong 2 central pawns, so there is some compensation there. 34, white to move. We can take a queen, but he can get another one. So we need something better than that. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, well, maybe I can still take because he's not promoting with check. So I can then win the knight. This is a common configuration. I'll still be down 2 pawns though, but yes, I can take, check. And I don't know if that's enough. If he goes here, then I'm taking on G6, and then that is forcing mate. Wait, my queen's here. Oh no, sorry. Take. Yeah, check. Yeah, if he go, I already forgot where I said. Yeah, if he goes to G8, then this rook G6 will be mate. After Queen F8 and then knight G8. And so he can't go to G8. If he goes to H8, then that one is maybe a bigger problem. Because I have check and then there's knight G8, but I don't know what I'm doing after that. So this is tricky for sure. This is tricky. Because I feel we are taking the queen. I feel we are. So check king H8. I've already ruled out king G8. Oh, I can just take on F6, and then that's going to be enough to win. And so lastly, I have to count for king H6, but then I can take the knight, and I'm threatening mate. So I am taking, and I am going check, and then I am taking here. Okay, 35, 20 minutes in, black to move. So materially, we have 2 pawns for a knight, but it looks like we might have a checkmate. So we have check, mate in 2 here. 36. This is like a Pillsbury doughboy. So check, he must take. And then I have check, he must come back. And then this is mate. So we take, check, check, mate. 37, white to move. We're down 2 pawns. Check. Relax, Larson say it's not like you have a tournament in a few days or anything. Okay, so check, king H7. That's not really doing anything somehow. But it's got to be rook F8. It must be. It must be. So check. I guess I'm just taking the knight. Why am I overthinking this? I'm just taking the knight. I'm up a rook. So he's got a check, but I should be fine after. Okay, oh no, then we go to H2. That's the secret sauce. Okay, where he takes here. He's threatening my rook now. You would think I would have multiple moves here. You would think. Do I not have multiple moves? That's hard to believe. Queen F3 seems safe. But I like Queen F3, but why can't I play something like Rook C1? That's what I want to know. Maybe there's Queen D2 and then C2, but it's just, yeah, that's probably why. Oh, this one's going to be hard. This one's hard. Holy crap. Because if I play Rook C1, I think there's Queen D2 and then Rook F1 and then C2 is a pain. What if I went somewhere like Rook A2? Again, if this is a blitz game, I'm playing Queen F3 here, but Rook A2, again, Queen D1 check, King H2. There still might be C2 there. Still might be C2. No, C2. Yeah, I think there's still C2. So I'm going Queen F3. Maybe is E5 quick enough? Possibly. I'm playing this. It might be wrong, and I might cry. I might cry. Oh, that was scary. That was freaking scary. Okay, white to move. I have a mate in. That's not a mate in 1. It's not a mate in one. He has a rook defending a7. Can I sack the rook? Oh my god, it's queen b5. The pawn is pinned. 39, black to move. So I have a fork on g2. You know, he moves the king somewhere. This is somewhere. I take the rook. Is that winning? I think so. The thing is, what else am I going to do if not for this? I don't see a winning plan. So it's got to be this check. We must take. I don't see an in-between move. And then you would think we come here, but maybe we have something stronger. Now I can't go to g3 because he has a check. It's probably bishop f5, but yeah, because even if I had the king in here and had a free move, I'm not doing anything there. After king h1, there's nothing but a perpet. So yeah, I think I'm just coming in here. If rook f1, I think I might have king g5. And if takes push, he's actually going to queen. So this is actually quite tricky. Quite tricky. Check, king g5, and he takes. Now, I could take the pawn instead. And I think that might be a draw, though. I think that might be a draw. Boom, check, king g5. So takes, push. And how am I going to stop that? I don't see how I'm going to stop it. I could start with rook g2. Oh, it's probably just rook g2 then. So it's probably rook g2. Discovery doesn't make sense. So he goes to h1, and then I think I just go to g8. Okay, 40. Slow but steady wins the race. We're down a pawn. 27 minutes in, 9 viewers. I have a bishop x-raying g2. I have a discovery on the queen, but do I have his Zug? No, I do not. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he takes the queen and I immediately recapture, and then he's got 2 pieces under attack. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Last one, 41. Equal material. Again, his queen. I have his Zug here. And I'll be up pawns. I'll be up only 1 pawn. No, I'll be up the exchange. Okay, I'm done. That took 28 minutes. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. First try. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Oh. I'll take it. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. Or did I do that already? Yeah, I did, I think. Did I? Yes. Okay. Time for classical. Which I didn't get a game in yesterday because nobody joined. So that might be the case again today. Oh, we got a pairing. And it's a realish account. I mean, it's a real account, but he's kind of high RD. But so am I. So am I. As long as he's not a brand new account, I'm happy. So we have a Najdorf on board. Bishop G5. Oh boy. Oh boy. With an F4. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is going to be bloody. This is, in my opinion, one of the most, if not the most dangerous line in chess, at least that I know. Okay, knight b3. Yeah, this isn't, I think it's a3 is when I do the queen e3 stuff. You can also play it here though, just not quite as good. So I'm thinking knight c6 or bishop e7. This is right. Yeah, I think the a3 line followed by knight b3, that's when queen e3 is better. Okay, so h6, do I want him to actually take? Do I want him here? MVL likes the bishop on h4 in these poison pawn lines. But not, I'm not sure with knight b3. I could go knight bd7. Is knight a4 a thing? Probably not. Oh boy. No, maybe I should go knight c6 actually. I don't know. My brain is. I mean, a natural move would be bishop e7. I don't know. Queen f3. I think you can also put the queen on c7 and then play b5. Okay, a queen trade. Hello, ideal approach. So a queen offering. I can go knight bd7. He can castle. I could obviously trade. And then knight c6. Let's do that. And then knight c6 here. Okay, well, I can trade again. What about knight g4? Rook e2, rook d2. What about e5? Knight f5. Okay, let's just say he goes rook d2, takes. I mean, that's not so bad. And I can take. There's still nothing after that. Still, I might go knight g4 though. Oh no, the problem is he can take and then he takes here and then he takes on d6. Knight g4, he takes on e7. Oh, no, I can take with a king and then this is protected, but it is... Okay, I'm going to come here. I'm not so I mean, I don't know about it, but I get to trade off his bishop, so that's my logic here. Rook d2 I can take here. I almost wonder if I could go... Okay, yeah, so I take with the king so that I defend d6. Now my king is a little bit exposed in the center. 12 viewers now. It's a little bit exposed in the center. So rook e2. Okay, so I can trade again. I'm liking trades. So I will go for the trade. Actually, there's a pawn as well. But then am I getting trapped? I think I am. It's possible I could extract it. h5. So rook h2. Oh, he might even have g4 though. Okay, so so takes g4. I have knight f3, but I still might be getting trapped there. I might be able to save it, but there's a lot to account for. Oh, sorry. So if he goes, I can always take the bishop. So sorry. Yeah. So he has to move the bishop. So bishop d2, and then I have h5, but then he might have g4. That's still iffy, because g4 I can take on g4, but my rook could get trapped. Hello, chess meme. Yeah, so rook h2, bishop e2, h5, g4. Well, I can take. I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. I think I'm just going to go for the fork. I'm already up a pawn. This might be winning more material, but I'm just going to trade here. If I had a lot more time on the clock, maybe I'd take on h2, but it's risky, a lot for me to account for. If I'm wrong, I'm losing my knight. Opponent just disconnected from Italy. You're a new subscriber. Welcome Chess Meme 2026 with the unique username. It is a late stream for me tonight. Yeah, I am going to grab the bishop, and then I can go a5 with a cheapo tactic. So rook f d1 now, and okay, he doesn't fall for my trick. So I have f5 or I have bishop a6. So bishop a6, he needs to move his rook. He can move that where he wants, but my bishop is arguably better placed on a6 than where it was. And I'm controlling, a lot of key squares. So let's do that. There's a lot of nice squares we're controlling here that he's going to have to dance around. Is f4 a threat? Kind of, yes. So I could go f5, but this opens up the e file for all of his pieces. So this is truly a threat. My one pawn advantage isn't really showing itself here. Yeah, he's got like a lot of compensation here. So f5, let's just say he does take and I recapture, right? He only has one way. Again, it's still awkward for him. So I'm going to play f5 because he has rook e3, but that's his only move. And his knight is dominated here. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I have g6, or I have rook hf8. I don't think he has a fantastic... Maybe he does have a good follow-up. Do I have this? He can take it. He's got this check. I could take on e4. Please don't suggest move chess meme as per here. So I could take on e4, which is very scary because then he's on e6. So this is very concerning if I allow this. I don't think I like that. So yeah, so maybe just g6 takes g4, and I just play that out. So I'm going g6. And he's planning g4. I can go h5. Can he still go g4? Takes, check. I don't know, but I am going to play it. Is there a possibility I take with the f pawn? I don't know. Okay, do I want to go h4? Can he do something about that? Might even try to trade. It's kind of hard for him to, I mean, he could technically, actually that's not a legal move, but he could technically go after this h pawn, and it will require babysitting from me. If he pushes, takes, I don't know. Here there's still this problem. Wonder if I should get off one of these pins, but okay, let's go rook b8. I don't really have another plan, just trying to get a rook, improving my rook, making it a little bit more active. Do I double up on the b file? Maybe, because the rook on the h file isn't really doing anything. But it is waiting to pounce if he plays g4. So it's kind of doing something. If I double up in the b file, then I have a4, but there's knight takes a4. So it's not really going to work. And maybe I first go rook b4, and then a4 is an idea. If I'm doubled up, that is. But even then, I'm not so sure. There's b3 like takes. They don't actually have anything there. So I'm finding difficulty making progress here. My chess rating shows right here. This is what a rating looks like. This is my username. That's my rating. Okay, I'm happy to see this. Oh, so my originally I was going to push. I am threatening a fork, but then all my pawns are in light squares. I don't love that. This creates a backward pawn, which I don't love. I might have to put this on a light square, as much as I don't want to. So he needs to move one of these two pieces. Maybe he goes for the juicy c5 square with knight a4. Which is not easy for me to deal with, honestly. Not so easy. In fact, it's quite the problem. Fortunately, he doesn't play it. Can you play with me? No, you cannot. Sorry. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to c5 now. Oh no, I just go with the fork still. This was a mistake. Knight a4 would have given me a lot of problems. So this should just be winning now. I don't see the problem. Yeah, he's going to be upset with that. Just walking into a fork. Yeah, knight e4 would have given me a lot of problems. So maybe I shouldn't have traded some, like how earlier, traded too much. Hello, Sun Tzu. Chess meme, I asked again, please don't suggest moves. So I think I should take the knight right away. I don't think he's going to get enough play here. Plus I'm threatening b2. So, okay, he grabs it this way. Can I go here? Takes check. And it's good, but probably not worth giving the pawn up. I could defend it. I could go king c7. So that's kind of interesting. I come in here, he gives me a check. Yeah, and he's got to be careful about this, actually, which is funny. Yeah, my bishop just slicing through these key squares. So king d7, rook d2. And then king c7. And he can go here, which is annoying and is a problem. Can I get my bishop here to d5? Yeah, this is a little tricky. So takes, check, and do I have, is this, I mean, what do I do here? I guess I could go rook b6. I'm threatening to double up. Then he goes rook d2. He's trying to get this square again. But then I can challenge him. It's time to go passive. Always go passive. Always go passive. And I think there's a decent chance he is going to go to a light square where I can sense it. It's the bishop really just controls rooks very well. It's not a middle game, but in the semi-closed positions, slicing through. It's only 3 squares really that we're covering with the bishop, but they're rooks only go left and right and up and down, so it's very awkward for rooks to move when a bishop controls space like that. Oh, please. Oh, maybe his name is Don. And it says, please, Don, suggest moves. Yeah, his name is Don. He's the best in the world at endgames, he says. Okay, so what is this? He's attacking a5. I could challenge him and lose material. I could also just go here, which I think I will do. So let's do that. So if he goes b3, I have a4. There is b5. But then, no buts. See more buts, but then I can go here. Yeah, I think I might do that. So I'm going to sneeze first. Excuse me. Okay, so a4, b4, and then bishop b5. He has c5, and that's annoying. How do I save both pawns? Okay, so still maybe a4, b4, but instead of bishop b5, because of c4, maybe. Ooh, no, that's still very, very awkward. I might have to then, I have to get control here. So let's do that. A4, and then I'm going to go rook d8. So I'm going to go rook d8. If he comes here, I think I have here, I don't know. But I got to get control of the open file because rook d6 was always a threat. Yeah, so rook a5. I don't think I can go here. Oh, maybe I can because if f4, I can just take it now. So he has to control f4 with another piece. I also have forcing a rook trade here. So this should be good here. Whoops, I literally forgot about a4. That's a mistake. Oh, shit. That is a mistake. That is a mistake. So that was a silly move from me. C5. Or, I mean, yeah, can I do something about that rook? I don't think so. That's just a mistake. That was a very bad move. I did not play very good this game. What about here? He can still go rook a7. Okay, very bad move. Okay, so let's push. And c3. And I might just trade this pawn off. Actually, I have a check then. That's a beautiful square for my bishop. But he will have these three pawns, these three amigos. Check. Okay, he doesn't do that. That's weakening his pawn here. So I think I'm going to take. And I can go here now. Okay, he's blinking. Dude's blinking. Can also go bishop b5. Hitting his rook. And then forcing, threatening to force a trade. So he might have to retreat, and then I can maybe move somewhere. There is this, he has a check though. I don't like the check. I guess I can come back. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, check. You know, he trades and he's going to have these two connected passwords against my bishop. So it's still tricky. I never should have dropped that pawn. This will be my only classical game of tonight because, well, this is taking a long time. I don't have the patience. So I could bring back the bishop and then I'm hitting his pawn, but I think, I mean, I don't know if I want to go for this. Because I don't know if I want to trade rooks here. So maybe bishop d7. Bishop d7, f3. Those, okay, I might, maybe I do. I am going to trade rooks. I changed my mind. So he can trade, and then he has rook d2. How do I'm going to take with the king. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so how about king c7? And that should be good. Okay, and then we need to improve the rook. How about we blockade? We blockade these pawns. And we threaten to go to d5. He's blinking again. I don't like the blinking. He's got a 5-bar connection. Don't. Excellent connect. He has a better connection than I do. And now he left the game. I don't know. Now he's back. 5-bar connection. Don't disconnect. Well, we'll see what he does. I don't like that he's okay. So he goes there. So if I go to d5, I have a check. So let's do that. Or yeah. And worst case scenario, I give a check on e4. So he brings in the king. King f2 or sorry, king c2. He disconnected again. I don't like the disconnecting. He's got a 5-bar connection. Why is he disconnecting? Huh? What's up with that? Ooh, he was 2200 classical, which is like top 100. That might be top 100 on the site. Or top 150 on the site. 2200 classical. Yeah, it is. So he was top 150 on the site. Oh, he moved. I didn't hear him move. Okay. King c2. So let's get active. He can stop my entry point. No, I have rook a2. So let's go here. I have rook a2. Actually, I could have taken here too, actually. But an active rook is a happy rook. Sarah Connor. Sarah Kuna. Is that supposed to be Sarah Connor? Okay, well, let's start with a check. You know, it's interesting. I wonder if I could take here. It's almost winning. It's not quite winning, but it almost is. Okay. Well, let's give a check. But then he goes king b2. He's playing very well now. Or should I grab the pawn? Yeah, hopefully these pawns don't just steamroll me over. I'm just going to minimize shots so I can focus the rest. Focus the rest of the game. Okay, how do I progress here? I don't really want to let him have access to d6. He's playing very, very well. Very well. How do I progress? How do I progress? Rook a4. If he goes b5, what am I doing? I don't know how to make progress here. I think he's going to win. They're disconnecting. They're disconnecting. He's definitely going to win. He's definitely going to win. Okay, maybe bishop f1. I don't know how to make progress. Okay, rook here, because this is still very scary. I don't know. I mean, he's going to win. He's just playing too perfect now. He's going to win. So can I afford to go to a4? I mean, he comes in here. No, he can't do that. Okay, so if he goes here, then I get access to a1. Okay, so king b3. His king's getting so active, though. King a1, king b4. This is bad. He's going to win. Because then he's coming in here. He's going to eat everything. Yeah, I've lost this game. He came back to win. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Is rook a8 a move? He comes in here. Again, I've got this. So maybe I go rook a8. And this, but this is getting iffy. Okay. My original plan was to come back here, but these pawns are scary. So king c3, then I have rook d8. Yeah, so here, oh, he's got this check. Shit. Yeah. I'm not surprised he's winning. I think I have to go passive, but then his king comes in. Okay, gotta go for this. So king c3. Yeah, he walks into forks earlier and then he disconnects. And okay, stop whining. Stop insinuating. Just play the game. Just play the game. King c3. And how do I make progress? My pawns suck. I don't know if I can win this. King c3. Yeah. Yeah, this might be a draw. You know, I can't do anything with these pawns. He has 3 pawns stopping 4. They're all in dark squares. And he's got connected passers here. And I might lose. I might even lose it. I can't move my rook, can't move my king. I can only move my bishop back and forth. I'm going to open up chat now because I'm waiting for him to move. Okay, he moved. King b4. Would I want to bring the bishop back and then I can defend it this way, but meanwhile he can bring his pawns up. I don't know if I have time for that. Even just check is already a problem. I'm probably going to lose this game. Probably going to lose this game. Let's go here for now. Get some increment back. Okay, so he committed that. So I can lock in his rook. I'm happy with this. Now the question is, are these moves dangerous for me? I don't know. I don't think they are. This should be good. Can he take here? He might be able to take my bishop here. 16 viewers now. Chat is open. You got this saying I should move my thing. There. Lloyd Braun. It's Lloyd Braun. That is one of my, if not my favorite Seinfeld episodes. I laughed so hard. Jerry's wearing those very thick glasses, and it's Lloyd. It's Lloyd Braun. When they mistake Jerry for Lloyd Braun with the thick glasses, and I don't know. I found that so funny. Okay, I'm just going to minimize chat because I want to focus. Lichess is going to restart in 9 minutes, which sucks. But yeah, I think he gave me a little bit of something here. Okay, so I come here, he gives me a check, and I'm almost getting mated there. Because he comes in here, and I have to go to b8. So should I go b8 to start? I don't know. I do feel he's going to win. I do feel it. I sensed it a long time ago. I sensed it. Check. I don't know. Let's make a move before I flag, though. So if it gives me a check, king b8 or maybe king c8, possibly. He comes in here. Okay. So what? Here. This doesn't. I mean, maybe he's got this. Maybe there's something there, but yeah, I think I want this. think that's what I want, what I really, really want. He might even be able to still sack there, you know. I'm still worried about that. But I think I'm going to c8. And hopefully I'm not getting mated. Yeah. So check king b8 is forced. And then is there king a6? I don't think so. So what does he do? What does he do here? So if he goes back, then king a6, he has this check up. Then I can take the pawn. Yeah, so if he goes, okay, what if he goes here? Then I'm taking the pawn. Yeah, so if he goes king b4, I might have king a6. Maybe. Then f6. I think I can take. Yeah, so king b4, I think I have king a6. Then he moves here, though. He's threatening mate. That's dangerous for me. King b4, king a6, and then he has rook d7. And he's hitting this all of a sudden. So this is dangerous for me. He goes here first. So I go to b8. And he's going after the pawn immediately. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah, I'm not surprised he's winning. I sensed it a long time ago. I have a check here. What does that do? I don't know what it does. Let's just play it though. So he comes in here. It does nothing. Well, now I can maybe get active here. Possibly. But he's grabbing this one. He's very good. He's very good. I'm gonna open up chat. Okay, he walks into a fork earlier and then he plays very well. He walked into a fork. Like he just let me fork him earlier. And now he's fast and accurate. Okay, so I can go here, check, but then he's got a perpetual. So let's go here. Before I flag. So if he takes, I can take here on c5. And I should be good there. But then he's grabbing this one next, and then the pawn's farther apart. It's going to give me even greater problems. So he might be able to do that. Maybe I should have put the bishop here so that it was defending e5, e6. And Lichess is going to restart, and I'm going to run out of time probably. I'm going to have to keep refreshing now. Going to have to keep refreshing because when Lichess restarts, sometimes my clock is actually running. Okay, he moves back. So I can give a check here. I could also come back. I don't see what that does. Let's go this way. And yeah, I'm worried about the clock. Oh, this is ugly though, because this is ugly. Okay, well. Oh, I don't like any of that. I can't allow that. No, I'm just dead here. He's too good. I gotta play it, but I'm just dead after this. And then even here, he's got this fork. He's just too good. And he's going to have to think long and hard about this because it's the hardest move in the world to find. It's the hardest move in the world to find. And it takes a long time of thinking. Wow. Great comeback. Just walking into a pawn fork, dropping a full piece. It's very good. Is there any way of defending this? I don't think there is. Check. He's got this. I mean, there's nothing. I could take here and then grab this pawn. Maybe that might be salvageable. Actually, I have to give him the bishop though. Lichess going to restart in 2 minutes. Going to refresh here. But he's very good. Okay, I got to work on the insinuation, but had he not disconnected, I would have felt a little bit better. And had he not just dropped a full piece to come back to just destroy me, and had he more than 50 games or 74 games, which you can't see when I mouse over, you can't see how many games he played, but he had 74 classical games. But he has 2,000 rapid games. I mean, it's not fair for me to insinuate things. It really isn't. But I'm just surprised how well he's playing. Okay, he disconnected again, but that's probably Lichess from restarting. Maybe I shouldn't have simplified so much when my pawns, it wasn't so simple for me to convert, and I didn't even convert. So maybe I was a bit too confident when he was just dropping material earlier. I didn't think he would play so precisely later. So maybe I should not have simplified, and that's on me. But yeah, when I'm still refreshing here because Lichess is going to restart. It's going to suck too if I lose on the clock, especially in a classical game. I mean, Lichess, they should give you, I don't know. What Lichess used to do is when they would restart, they would give both sides some time on the clock because it goes down. I mean, I've lost too many games from Lichess restarting. I'm going to keep refreshing here because I only have 23 seconds on the clock. So if I get that reloading screen, there's a good chance I'm just going to lose on the clock from Lichess. So keep refreshing. Okay, yeah, Lichess is going to restart in 35 seconds now. Actually, you know what? If my opponent was smart and evil, he would wait for a few seconds before Lichess restarts and then make his move. That's a good strategy because then it's going to be on my clock when Lichess goes down. And I'll just flag. Yeah, so in 11 seconds, Lichess is going to restart. I'm going to refresh one more time. And it's, let's see. And this is what I'm talking about. It's why play? It's just, okay, reload. Okay, so you see, and it was my time. Good thing I refreshed. Okay, he does make this move. So I think I have to sack. Or even here, I don't even think I'm surviving after, even if he just moves here. I don't know. I can't avoid playing during the Lichess restart. I can't avoid. They don't give enough notice. That's the other thing. They don't give enough notice. It just says Lichess is going to restart in 10 minutes, and I'm already in a game. What can I do? But yeah, this guy's pretty good. Drops a piece. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any coming back from this. Because what am I going to do? He's just going to mate me next move, or else fork me. I don't see what I'm doing. check here maybe. Yeah, I can go check. And then I don't know what. He just goes to A4. Can I go here? Check, push. I don't know. I have 6 seconds. Actually, I had this last move. Here. I had king c1. I missed, or king c8. I missed king c8. I had king c8. Okay. And I don't know what he's thinking about. Like, I don't know why he has to think. Oh boy. He just, okay. Well, because I mean, I don't know why he has to think. I don't know. I'm officially going to say I find this suspicious. I don't want to finger point. It's unfair. It's one person. But it's just weird. It's just weird. I find it weird. So he drops a piece in the opening. He spends a lot of... Okay, forget it. No, I am going to say it. It's just weird. Like he's got this high RD. And so he just drops a piece here. Coming up. He drops a full piece. And then he disconnects a few moves in a row when he has a 5-bar connection, perfect connection. And then he just comes back to destroy me. He's just down a full piece here. He's down a full piece. He disconnects, comes back to beat me. He's like 1800 normally. But let's see. What could I have done better? This was maybe too awkward. Maybe I should just give him the pawn and get active. But I mean, these 3 pawns. He definitely has some compensation, but I do have a piece. Yeah, but maybe I should have done something that's just give him the pawn and get active. 19 viewers now. And yeah, and then this was sloppy. I shouldn't have dropped A4. This is true. But yeah, and then he fixes all my pawns on light squares, and I don't know. His moves don't look weird. They're all very natural. But also his move times were kind of odd. Anyways, let's look at that with the engine. I am going to block him just because. Yeah, he used to be 2200, which is also weird because that's like top 150 on the site. That's top 150 on the site, and then he's only 1800 like on the other time controls. But anyways, oh god. Okay, there's the graph. Yeah, so I don't know. He's just pretty damn good. No, he was over 2200, this guy. Classical, which is top 150. So a very nice comeback after being down a full piece. Okay, enough insinuating and whining from me. Let's look at it earlier on. But God, that I'm sorry. It feels bad though. I mean, you never know what's going on the other end, and that felt weird. But the last time I'll bring that up. So, I'll just look at this fairly quickly. Yeah, so here was the nice. I was considering taking on a7, and it was not the worst move, but it was not the best. It's a little dangerous. There's a lot you have to account for, and so I decided to just simplify at this point because I'm up a pawn. Computer is suggesting e5 though, opening up the bishop, and I mean, I guess that makes some sense. Yeah, so I'm a little surprised that I am slightly worse here. Wait, I'm not up a pawn. I thought I was up a pawn. Why did I think I was up a pawn? You know why I thought I was up a pawn? Oh my God. I thought I was up a pawn because I thought I played the poison pawn line. I thought, when you take on b2, in these bishop g5, f4 lines, black normally is up a pawn. I thought I was up a pawn. That's why I was so willy-nilly and ready to just trade here. Now, I do get the minor exchange, but I honestly thought I was up a pawn. That's why I was just like, okay, let me just trade. So shame on me for misevaluating that. And then I wasn't sure about f5. Computer is suggesting d5. My hesitancy was I didn't want to put all my pawns on light squares. That's what I was, yeah. So this was fine. It doesn't love h5 because of e5. And again, he's fixing all my pawns on light squares. So instead, it wants to take, which looks terrifying for me. I don't like this. This looks very scary. The computer is fine with it, but that looks, I mean, these are also on light squares. I don't know. The computer likes that, but that's strange. Yeah, so these moves aren't really simple for me to agree with. So yeah, here he just blunders a piece. So far, he's played the top engine move every move, but all his moves are natural. They're never weird. Yeah, well, it's a little weird. I mean, slightly weird. I mean, again, he's played like 7 top engine moves in a row, but not that weird. They're mostly forcing. But yeah, I mean, they're all natural. But yeah, he's played like 9 perfect engine moves in a row. But still not. Yeah, but every move is top engine move here. We're like 10 top engine moves in a row, but still natural. Yeah, but yeah, ever since dropping material, he's played top engine move every move. That's what I'm looking at here. Yeah, even king b2, but this again, it's natural to stop my king from coming in. But again, top engine move. Every move is top engine move. Top engine move. There you go, my king. Every move is top engine move. Seriously, like the last 12 moves or something. But at the same time, they're very normal moves. Brings in his king. Okay, c5 is not top engine move, but it's tied with top eval. But this is the first. But I mean, every move is equal. And then he just plays flawlessly here. But they're all super. You couldn't get more natural than these moves. But he never makes any misstep. Even here, like this is the only move that doesn't lose, and he plays it. But then again, he has to defend the pawn, so it's completely natural. What else is he going to do? What else is he going to do? He has to play it. And again, he has to defend the pawn. So, and this was my blunder. Although before that, I was winning, and then so where did things? I mean, it was from my end. I don't know what I did wrong because he just played perfectly. Like I'm winning here, and then I don't know where the shift. I must have glanced over an important move here because if you. Like this was it. Actually, I glossed over this rook e8. So I knew it was passive. So I had to give him that pawn, I guess. So I had to go rook a4 or king b7. So let's say rook a4, and if king b3, well, we can just take. So let's say he takes on e6, takes. I mean, this looked scary, but yeah, this is still very, very close, though, but this is what I needed to have done. I had to go for something like this. If he goes after this, then we just defend, and if he brings in the king, I had to play like this. I had to grind this out, which would have been rough. So I did have to go for activity. This was too passive. I mean, I can't just sit here and do nothing. I was a bit short on time. But that's the other thing. He kind of played perfect by playing relatively consistently. But his moves were completely natural. Don't like that he disconnected a few times, though, with a 5-bar connection. That was kind of weird. So I still feel it was a little fishy, but everything looks completely normal. And so, but what do we learn from this? I had to be active. You can't just sit around and wait to die. The other move was king b7, and then again rook a4. If he defends, I can just trade at that point. Makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Yeah. So if he defends it, I can just take. I had to get active here. I was just so scared of him grabbing these pawns. Where was that here? Here. I was just so scared. And I never even wanted to let him, like earlier in the game, I didn't want to let him go to d6. So, where was it? It was here, right? Yeah, so here, yeah, rook a4. I had to allow this. It's so scary to allow that, though. Come on, right? I mean, that's just scary, but this will be enough. Yeah. Okay. So that's where I screwed up. Well, that was my first mistake. And then my second mistake, apart from, I mean, I'm going to make a mistake when he plays perfectly, but the second mistake was allowing c6 here. Or I guess rook g6 is also good, apparently. So I had to go. This is hard, though, giving him, so just make any other random move. And then rook c6. Oh, I see. So we create this fortress, and if he goes after this pawn, we can hold it. So we have a kind of a fortress here, and he can't infiltrate. So we essentially have a fortress. So we hold this draw. Yeah, that would have made sense. I was too materialistic. I didn't want to. I was stubborn with these pawns. Did not want him to grab these. Interesting fortress find, though. Okay, so. Congratulations to my opponent for beating me when when he dropped a full piece. I don't want to play him again, though. Okay, I'm going to play rapid now. Yeah, this is a new account as well. But yeah, it's amazing when your opponents drop material and then they just come back to play perfectly and win. They play a perfect game after dropping material. It's amazing how often that happens. But at least I learned something from the game. I had to be more active there. I had to be willing to give up those pawns. I couldn't just be passive. That was the real mistake. So technically you can go knight g4 here, and it's the best move, but I'm not going to do that. He stops it. Weird. It's f4 his idea? Is he watching my stream? I don't know. Or maybe it's kind of like an Adams hybrid. Okay, what do we do here? There's no increment, so I better play accordingly. So knight bd7 is he just going to come after me? Possibly. Could be a problem. Maybe knight c6 is better here. Or I might want to get d5 in at some point. So queen c7. Is this a problem? Might be. Okay, let's go knight bd7. My brain is kind of fried after that long previous game. Okay, this guy's blinking now. Why did we've got a 5-bar connection with 200 games played? Why does everybody have to blink? Making me paranoid. I mean, everyone has a new account. Everyone blinks. Okay, I got to go Zen mode. His blinking is just pissing me off at this point. Distracting. Okay, if g5, I don't know, 98, I presume. Maybe 95. I might be able to survive that in time. So do I want to go b5? And yeah, maybe I go d5, or should I go queen c7? Let's go queen c7 first. Let's go queen c7 first. I might regret that. And then I'm going to try for b5, possibly knight b6. Because this helps me support d5. Okay, I like to see that because that's a little slow. So I think I'm going b5 now. And oh, that's his idea. Okay. So I have to go to e8. So let's play that. And now can he go here? Yeah, I misplayed this a little. So he gets rid of my good bishop. I mean, I have to take it. I mean, I don't have to. I could go to d8, but ain't nobody got time for that. So do I go f5 here? Do I go f5 here? I don't know if I really want the G file open for him, to be honest. I don't know if I want that. I'm going to play it, but that's going to be terrifying to deal with. Do I want to put a rook on c8? King b1, he goes like c4 later. Okay, I don't mind that. I think I want to plug this hole now. He gets access here later. This is true. I could also do nothing. No, I'm going to push. I'm going to push, and then yeah, there's h4 and there's potentially here later. This should be okay for me. Okay, another problem. So I have knight c5. Yeah, this is definitely a problem. This I'm getting spanked. The new accounts are too good for me. I can never beat these new accounts. I think I'm just dead here. I have to give him the exchange. Well, that's not true. That's not. I might. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to go rook f7. So rook f7, is this a problem? Maybe. And then bishop h6 stuff. Or I could actually give him the exchange. Okay, let's say I go knight c5 and let him play b4. Let's just say that happens. Let's say I go knight e4 here. I mean, that's really not great. But maybe it's not so bad. Queen b7 takes, because my knight, this ain't so bad, is it? It's not great, but my knight is kind of annoying. That's one option. Another option is rook f7, and I try to be greedy. He can also come in here, though. Dang, I didn't realize how good this was. I never should have pushed this pawn or something. He's just destroying me here. He's got this as well. That's maybe even more scary. Well, dang. Well, dang. This is basically Vizines here. This is just game over. I got spanked. Got spanked. And I'm out of water. Okay. That was a slaughter. Yeah, that's just dead. Man. Not my knight of chess. Oh my god, he just completely destroyed me there. Jose. I never beat these 1-year-old accounts or newer, but yikes. Okay, so where was my mistake this game? Yeah, okay, so it does want b5 first. Yeah, because of g5. I was going to go knight h5. And I thought I would be okay here. But yeah, I guess not. Because often I'm okay here. But I think it's when the queen is still on d8, so that if they take, you can recapture on g5. So the queen might be better situated on d8. You can defend against that. So b5 first, and then if he pushes, then b4. Okay, yeah, it's pretty sharp. So here I was okay. This was the wrong square, knight d5. Yeah, I realized that too. No, actually here I didn't think it was too bad actually. I didn't think this was too bad, but it wants to go b4 first. And so that I can just trade off the knight. And if he goes to h4, then we can take on e4. I should have at least considered this. Okay. Well, not going well. I guess I'll play another one, but I'm getting spanked. I am getting spanked. I actually have not. I've been losing I have not had a good session in 4 days. I've been just bleeding rating the past 4 days. Hemorrhaging rating. I'm finishing the streams in the red for 4 days in a row. Okay, here we go. D3 and knight c3 will transpose, and we're fighting against this bishop. So we're supporting e4, and depending on what black does, sometimes we play h3 so that the bishop can't run. Now so this is where it gets a little murky. If I go e4 right away, there's bishop g4. If I go knight e5 right away, there's knight d7, and there is g4 in a lot of lines, but I don't think in this one. I don't think we do it here. I think this is okay, but it's not ideal. We take here. No, we can't do that because then he takes here. So I would have to take here. Yeah, so I think that's playable, but it's not ideal. So if it's not knight e5, it might be h3, or it could be queen e2. Again, going for this, but there's still bishop g4. So henceforth, I'm going h3, stopping bishop g4. Then I don't know if I want to go g4. I might. Okay, well here, I don't know if g4 makes sense. It still might make sense, honestly. And then we grab more space. h4 does get a bit sensitive. Does this change anything here? It does, because g4 is now supported by my pawn. So I might be able to play knight e5 now. Is it any good after he goes here, though? Possibly not. The other... Maybe there's no other option, because again, he can always just run. So maybe I should just play g4 here, and then we just get a lot of space. So bishop h7, and then do I want h4 or g5? So g5, I don't know if I like that. There might be knight h5, which I'm unsure about. h4 fork and here, it's not so bad, but I could go h4 first. Can I do that? Probably not. There's maybe rook g1, but although bishop h4 still poses a possible threat. Yeah, there's still this idea. I could also go queen e2 and try to castle queenside. And just wait to see what happens here. Does that make sense? Do I have time for that? I could also go bishop g2 and castle, which is also interesting. Maybe I will go for that plan. Is this the right plan? I don't know. Probably not. But I need to make a move. So c5, I think I might castle here. And I know, again, it may not be good, but his king's in the middle. His king is in the middle, and I don't know how easy it is for him to attack. Maybe it's pretty easy. Maybe he just moves a knight and then plays f6 and just breaks. But his king is in the middle, and the bishop is not so fantastic on h7. Yeah, so maybe h5 right away, but I'm probably going to go g5 there. Okay, so I don't know if I should castle yet. Maybe I go queen e2. Is this an idea? Yeah, that could be his plan. Okay, I'm going to go queen e2, but yeah, this looks good. d4 looks strong. Yeah, d4. I think I might go to b5. I don't mind going on a3 because I'm not going to castle queenside anymore if he takes on a3. How am I doing on the clock? Time, checkpoints. I am slightly below where I should be on the clock. Slightly below, so I need to pick up the pace a little bit. And actually, maybe if he goes d4, I might even just take. Right? I may just take, and then. Okay, here I have knight b5. So he has to go back. So it doesn't really do anything for me. I could attack him again. Takes, it gets a little sharp. I don't love it. e4 also gets sharp. e4 takes. I think I can play that, right? e4 de takes. I should be okay there. There's bishop f6 at the end. So if he goes d5, then I have this fork, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Maybe I go here first. Yeah, I think I'm going to push here. See you later, Sun Tzu. Oh God, I keep trying to drink and there's not anything in here. Okay, is e5 a move? I don't know if it is. I might be able to take on d5. It might be a problem for him. He might need to take or yeah, so if he goes here, I think I was going to go knight b5. I think I'm picking up a pawn there. Well, I guess I'm not picking up a pawn. Okay, so d4 rather, knight b5, like queen d7. Yeah, or maybe I should just give the fork because he does have to move the queen. And then I'll be on the bishop, so that might be a better version. You know, he's got to move the queen somewhere. Although, okay, yeah, so here I was going to... I think I was going to take and then I take here because I open up another attacker here. But he takes with the knight. Then I have a discovery. So takes. Then I can take here. But I feel like there's something better. If I fork him first, what if I attack him here? Is that any better? Because he can't go here, right? And if he comes here, then I get this fork again. But there's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I think he might have to retreat. Then, yeah, then okay. Let's go here. I don't know. There's too many options here. Too many options. I'm down, and I'm quite down on the clock. Now I'm quite down on the clock. So queen d7 for discoveries, and oh shit. Okay, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, knight c3 takes here, a3, and then b4. Can I get away with that? But I've already, yeah. I just, man, not my week. Not my week. Just getting slaughtered game after game after game. But here, I'm pretty sure I had a huge advantage. I just blundered that last move. And the sad thing about that is I had so many other good moves. I just knight b5 looked nice. But I had so many other moves that I could have played. Good moves. Okay. Just got to play quicker here. Yeah, that's really a shame of knight b5. I had a great position. Tough week of chess. Pour moi. Is this... I mean, that looks good. I think I have to play bishop d2 there. I do have to. I don't know. Maybe bishop g5 is good. Well, no, then I can take. Yeah, I think I have to play bishop d2. And so he takes on d6. And can I take here? I think I can. Let's see if he sees that. Wait. Yeah, I think I can. Where do we go? King f1. Pretty awkward for me. Not the greatest square for my king. Oh, yeah, he's got this now. What a move. Yeah, good move. Good move. My king is very awkward. He might even have bishop g3 later. Okay, how am I doing on the clock? Very poorly on the clock. My only saving grace is that my opponent is also very low on the clock, but I should actually have close to 6 minutes here. So I'm way behind on the clock. It's such a sharp position. So what's his trick here? Oh, he takes here. Shit. Okay. We have to do it this way. And then can he take here? Okay, so now he castles or just applies more pressure. He applies more pressure. This is a matter of time. Oh God, he's got this coming too. Yeah, my dark squares are lacking. Lacking. Here he comes. Oh shit. Okay, fuck. I just can't. I can't do it. I just can't catch a break. Just can't catch a break. I'm just dead here. I'm just dead. Absolutely cooked, as the kids say. Okay. He's threatening mate now. This is coming. I do have a check. Shall I come in here? I mean, how long am I going to survive that? I'll take the risk. It's pretty bad though, because I have to cover F2 still. I can't come in here. I have to cover F2. Oh shit, how do I cover F2? I just can't win a game, man. Life is hard. Wow. Utterly destroyed. Although I was better in the middle game, I think. Wow. It doesn't feel good to get spanked all stream long. Like it's not fun. It's not fun. Like I just dropped like 100 points. Yeah, I mean, I was +2 here. I don't know, man. Does not feel good. I mean, yeah, this was my mistake. Knight b5. I could have just played simple here. It's stupid. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Very upsetting stream, disappointing stream. So more red. Just it's a bloodbath. Bleeding rating the past 4 days. Look at that. Yikes. Straight down. I'm almost 600 now. Yeah, the classical game hurt the most though. That was just, being up a full piece, and that one hurt the most for sure. Okay, that's it for me today anyways. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully ending the night in green, but what can I say? Everybody's a genius now. Have a good night.